What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be talking about some other stocks, some other plays. I uploaded a video, I think it was on Sunday, about top 5 plays I'm looking for the week, and the overwhelming support was great. Everybody's asking about it. Make more videos like that. We get to see potential setups for the week. We get to see how you do your technical analysis, and the video is great. And I love you guys' feedback. So if the video is great, I'll make another one. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some other plays I'm looking for the rest of the week. It's Wednesday, so what better day than the middle of the week to see how our last 2 days are going to end up for the week. Also, we've been killing in the stock market today. Some other great stocks and setups that we traded. I'll probably be showing some of those in the video today, so that what we traded today, and I'll update you on some of my plays. Also, I've been a little bit sick, so I wanted to make this video yesterday, but I got tea to make me feel a little bit better, but I've been a little bit sick. And since I've been sick, hit the like button, subscribe down below, join us in our Discord. All the links are always down below. I'm sick, so do me this one favor, and I still come out with the videos with you guys. Alright, so let's get into it, and let's see what stocks we should be trading this week. First and foremost, we gotta talk about AMC. How are we gonna make a video and not talk about AMC, right? So I had some stuff turned up in the past from AMC, but let me delete this real quick and let me come a little tighter. So AMC, what's the update on AMC? I'm telling you, haven't talked about it in a couple weeks. Why? Because I'm not one of those guys that just talks about AMC just to talk about it for views, and you guys know exactly which YouTubers I'm talking about. But AMC, I think finally we're getting to the point that we're gonna see some movement soon. It's been trading on this range, between low 50s to almost 60 or so. It's really having a hard time over 60. Over 60 should definitely be an area of resistance. So let me put that at 60. So we gotta watch out for 60. I think it's squeezed over 60. Ideally, really over 65. I think is where we're gonna get the big squeeze. If you wanna go to the 80s or something, can even test the all-time highs of 72. But this is a symmetrical triangle setup, which means it means two. It actually means two things. And the first thing can mean, this gotta squeeze one way or the other. So which way is gonna squeeze? You kind of gotta wait for the confirmation. I won't lie to you guys. I took a 60 call option 2 weeks out at the bottom of this year. So today I took at the bottom of this on the support. I took a 60 call out. It's a bit of early entry, but it gives me a lot higher risk reward. The chart was I mentioned to the chat about it. So we'll see. But I'll be honest with you guys. I took a position on MC 60 call 2 weeks out, expecting a squeeze up. But this can squeeze either way. To be honest with you guys. Let me go to the path. So with one of these triangle patterns, you want to play them like this. You wait for the break, right? You get the break, then you retest, and that's when you enter the retest, and then boom, you're good. So that's how you want to play it. Or since it's symmetrical, can break either way. If it breaks down, you wait for the retest, and boom. And that's how you want to play them. So that's only for MC. I took a position here, but if you want to be safer, wait for the 60 break. I think that's what we're going to get. I think option A will probably be the most likely, or we get the 60 break, we come down to retest the 60, and then maybe we go all the way up to the dream of 100. So I think most likely scenario is this, but since it's a medical triangle, the pattern is that you can happen either way. So wait for the confirmation, and then you can enter this. I took a position down here. I'm already up on it since it's kind of ended up on the day. A little bit of an early entry for me, but I don't mind it. As I said, in small, it gives me higher risk to reward. You guys gotta keep this in mind. You don't have to be right every time. If your risk to reward is really high, even if you're less successful in your trades, but you have a really high risk to reward, trust me, you're gonna do great. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC. Now that we got AMC out of the way, that's why everybody's here anyway for. Another stock I want to talk about is Tesla. So Tesla. Got a lot of things drawn out here, and I kind of had them drawn out because I've been trading Tesla. We traded this in the chat. This breakout perfectly. We broke out this upper trend line here. This is probably not needed here, and I'll get rid of this one too, so it kind of cleans up the chart for you guys. So Tesla broke out this overall downtrend here, resistance, kind of broke out of it, and now it's kind of consolidating around the 0.618 Fibonacci level, and we really need that to break, which is 697. I'll get rid of the Fibonacci since it takes up so much space. I'll just do it as a line, but we really need to get over 697 for this to get another move up, and I'm expecting move up all the way to most likely 723. Because then, if you notice, after 723, we have a really small, but still worth mentioning. Let me find where is the there you go, the rectangle tool. But we have a little bit of a gap here that we can go up and test, but we really need to get over to 697. Once we get to 697, we'll get that break. Another thing I like to point out, we are getting a bit of a flag or pennant, whatever you want to call it, flag or pennant here. So we gotta wait for the breakout, get this breakout over 697, be the entry, shooting for 700s, 723 to be exact. 697 to 700 is like right there pretty much, but 723. So this is what I'm looking for. Tesla break out of this, break 697, and boom, we'll probably be at 720s before you even know it. And Tesla, you guys know Tesla moves crazy. So with Tesla, you gotta keep an eye on it. You can't let it break out, because once it breaks out, it's probably gonna be gone before you notice. So as always, set your alerts. Now let's talk about JD. I was talking about JD in the chat already today, and we kind of got the move I was looking for already, but I think it's still worth mentioning. I still think JD has a lot of upside, actually. I think JD can go to 85 and 83 will be the next two profit levels for JD. And this, remember, I'm looking at a bigger time frame, so these are more gives you a little more time to act on this plays. So we move this down like right here. So what do we notice from JD? I'll get rid of the brush. I don't like how the brush look. So we crossed over the 50 MA. First of all, you see how we bounced on the 50 MA, we retested it. And more importantly, I see a pattern. I mean, I had it drawn out, so you guys should see it too. But I see this head and shoulder pattern on it. Twice. Let me know what you guys think. I see this head and shoulder pattern, broke out at the shoulder, and I think it's ready, as a lot of other China stock is ready to keep running, and I have a price target of 85. Also recently, I think it was on the 25th or the 24th or 23rd, sorry, one of these days, Katie would bought a lot of JD. So this is what I think about JD. It's been strong, and I think it'll keep being stronger, and I think the China stock are here to make a nice recovery. We saw Bidu make a nice recovery, Baba make a nice recovery. A lot of the China stocks are doing really great. So, you know, we've been playing a lot of them. We've been playing some Baba swing, Bidu swing, and JD as well. So China stocks have been doing really well for us. Next, I want to talk about NIO. Our lovely NIO, talk a lot about EV, the VTech we're talking about a lot today. And NIO, what happened NIO? Well, in the last video, we were talking about this head and shoulder pattern on NIO. And, you know, it was a bit of a bust. The head and shoulder didn't confirm, which is fine. And I took a swing position on NIO. Or now I have a swing position on NIO. And NIO has been just so strong. The head and shoulder never confirmed. Actually broke out of it. And it's just going. And it's a bit parabolic here. So I'm already in a swing position for NIO. I will warn you guys to not chase into NIO. I just see a lot of chatter online about it. So I don't want you guys chasing to NIO. Wait for it. There's no setup here to enter, in my opinion. You gotta wait for some kind of flag or consolidation. This is on the daily time frame, of course. Now intraday, if you set up intraday, you know, take it. So I just want to talk about NIO. The head and shoulder never happened, so we just didn't take a trade on it. I took a swing trade on it since Monday. Actually, when we broke out this green line is when we took a swing trade, and it's our swing trades. We got 50 calls and we got 42 calls, or 45 calls and 50 calls. And it's been completely fire. I got some September calls as well. Hopefully I can close those really deep in the money, since the 45 calls are for September. So, you know, NIO's been a great play for us. Now to talk about a stock that not a lot of you guys may know about. It's called VEEPs, VIPS, and this is one of those stocks that's beating down a lot. It's huge beating down. And this is another of these Chinese stocks that got beaten down a lot. It looks to have found their bottom. Found the bottom right around $17 or so, which makes sense based on the previous. Here, let me draw this out here. Found its bottom around $17, which makes sense based on this previous support area here, being really strong before this massive run late into last year. But it's been down a lot. It's found its support. Oh, it seems to have found its bottom. And I think it's another stock with some far out calls, some far out plays, could be good. Broke out of this kind of downtrend that it was on. And you know, these are kind of the things you want to look for. You can even drag this like over here like this. So these are the things you want to look for, guys. When you're looking for a trade that's going to be a swing trade, you want to look for a change of trend. A change of trend means this, you know, this guy kept getting rejected, couldn't break above it, and now finally break above it. 2 green days, you know, retested it here, and it's been pretty strong since then. So things like this is what you want to look for when you're trying to take a swing trade. Look for the reversal, and you know, look for the trend that's been broken. So if trend has been broken, a new trend is gonna start, and I can see this being a good recovery play all the way up to 27. It has this really small gap to fill, 27.28, and that's kind of my price target for it right now. And with this, it's gonna be a further out play. VIPS. This is right here. Fill up all the gap fill. This gap fill. I love my gap fills. You guys know that. And this is kind of a longer term play that I'm looking for November, December type of contracts. Slower moving, but just because it moves slower doesn't mean anything bad, right? So this is another play that I'm looking at, and just break out a downtrend, and I think it can be really strong. Look for an entry for yourself. I picked up some 25 calls in November, so doing okay on those yet. Hasn't had anything big moves, but you know, it's just starting out. Now let's talk about the last ticker symbol, and it's ticker symbol CCIV. This is another one that we spoke about from a while back that we picked up really low on this breakout, and it's kind of been great for us. But I see, you know, another one of these setups here too. But anyway, so now we got this big, really big, strong, bullish engulfing candle here, and I took a swing position on CCIV today, and I alerted the chat about it. Doing great on display, and I'm kind of looking for potential to get back up to 30s, 32 or 31 level. Other level is around right here, 30 and a half. So I'm looking for price target of 30, take some profits, and then hopefully let the rest right out. But CCV is looking really strong as well on the daily chart. Had time to consolidate, a strong bullish engulfing candle. We all remember CC, all the hype that he got. Once this ticker symbol switches to LC Lucid, you know, I think it's LCID, can be another strong play. I think it'll be a good competitor to Tesla. You know, it's really hard to say when you don't have a product yet. It's really hard to say how strong they will be, but based on the you know, based on what we know, it looks like it can be a really strong competitor. So in the long term, I do still like CCIV a lot. Can I see selling off? Of course I can. There is this massive gap here to fill between 50 to 43. So I think a lot of hype can get a push up again when we get the ticker switch. I'd be careful holding it when the ticker switches, because when we remember when we finally get the merge happen, that's when we had this big sell off, and it's one of those things that's like buy the rumor, sell the news. And all those time when the news comes out, all the people that were invested from before, they're done with their trade, they sell it off, and then you get the tank. And then when it's dying, nobody wants to buy it. Nobody wants to understand to buy at the support levels or wait for the breakouts to then buy. Everybody just wants to buy up here on these candles. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're buying up here, hoping to go to the moon, I mean, I don't even know what you were thinking. Went to 63. I guess you could have made a little profit, but you see a huge green candle like this, do not buy it for the long term. It's always going to come down. If you're day trading it, sure, take advantage of it, but do not buy it for the long term. There's something on Disney, kind of looking like head and shoulder-ish here, but bounced on. It's been bouncing on this support. They call all the way back here from the COVID crash. So bounce on the support. They have earnings coming up, and I took a position on Disney as well today. That's been really good for us, forming this triangle type of setup here. Another one of those triangle setups. You can see it even better on the tighter time frames. But Disney is another one of those that I like to pick up. I picked it up at the bottom, tried to pick it up at the bottom here today, looking for this breakout with the earnings coming up. So just be aware, they have this really uptrending support here. Falls out of it can be a really downfall pretty far, as you do kind of see a head and shoulder pattern here. So there is one thing to keep in mind. On the bigger time frame, you can see this. Doesn't mean this have to happen. No, it doesn't mean it has to happen, but just something to keep in mind. You know, you want to understand all the possibilities when you're inside a trade. So there's this potential of kind of a head and shoulder pattern here. If I drag it out, you can see a little better, but you can see what I'm talking about. But I think here we'll get some more tighter consolidation potentially, or we just get straight a breakout. Looks good to break out. That's why I took a position on it as a swing trade, as they have earnings coming up, and it's been bouncing on the support area. So there's one more play before I leave. I want to show you guys that you can keep an eye out for the rest of your weeks. So like I said, if you guys like this video and want to see more out of it, make sure to hit the like, subscribe below, and follow the channel. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Make sure you follow our Discord if you learn more about technical analysis, if you learn more about day trading. Hey, sign up to our beginner course, but do not sign up if you're not willing to put in the work. If you're just signing up to try and copy my place, just don't stop wasting your time. I want people to put in the work. I want people to learn, and it's how some of our students are becoming financially free by putting in the work. Thanks to our assistants, but they're putting in the work. So if you want to join us, make sure you put in the work, and I'll see you guys on the next one.